It's that time when we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cool, PT Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today, Thursday. It is the 5th day of December, 20 days away from that grand day. It's overcast on the outside in my neck of the woods. I don't know what it's like in your vicinity, but it's a good day to have a good day nonetheless. Yeah, thank God for life. Morning, Yulin. Morning, Mary. I want to start off by saying happy birthday to a youngster, Omar Pierre, out there in Windsor Forest in St. David. You're celebrating your 6th birthday today. Well, your mom, Colin, your aunt, Shama, Charlene, your uncle, most importantly, your grandmom, your brother, your sister, your cousins, everybody, they want to chip in and make sure that you have a wonderful day today. Omar, happy birthday to you, bro. Celebrating fine style, yeah? Good, your grandmother, G-Step here. She loves you so much. Morning to you, Mildred Smith, Wendy Williams, Yulin, of course, Veronica Sandy. Morning. Good morning. Of course, you know, we've got the International Anti-Corruption Day quiz going on right now. It's on day 4. It ends tomorrow. All right, reminding you that people will win the prizes. Please take the name and telephone number, All right, okay. Right, the prizes will be held. Award giving ceremony will be on the 9th of December at the Public Workers Union building in Tantine. That's on the 9th, okay? Good, nice. The question today, all right? Which year was the Current Integrity in Public Life Act enacted? All right, and that question is sponsored by Swift Traditions. Which year was the Current Integrity in Public Life Act enacted? Give me a call, 435-2041, and just like that, you can win yourself a fabulous prize. Yeah, you know the digits, 435-2041.
So let us rejoice and be glad.
Danley Alexis, good morning to you and the family.
Yeah, my pride.
Rose Hill, good morning.
Yeah, my pride.
The folks inside of Malty and Content. Corinth, good morning. Hometown, good morning to you. Grenville, La Bay, Mr. Alstead John and the folks inside of Pearls, good morning. Moya Carrier, Dunfermline, Auntie Alma, good morning. Yeah, Janice, good morning to you. I almost said Judy. May her soul rest in peace. So we're heading back to the question again. That the line is open. And which year was the Current Integrity in Public Life Act enacted? All right, that question is being sponsored by Sweet Traditions. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Lamont, St. George's Lamont.
Lamont in St. George.
Yeah.
Right. What school do you attend?
PBC.
Okay. What form are you in?
1.
You're in Form 1. Okay. All right. Do you like PVC?
Yes.
What's your favorite subject?
Spanish.
¿Hablo mucho español?
What did you say?
¿Hablo mucho español?
I don't know that one.
You know that one. Okay. All right. You're supposed to say sí. Yes. All right. So you think you have the answer for me?
Yes.
Tell me.
2001. 2007.
2007. And that is incorrect. Sorry. All right. Try again.
Thank you for
In what year was the Current Integrity in Public Life Act enacted?
through your grace, my soul is fed.
Question being sponsored by Sweet Traditions. Back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
And where are you calling me from?
I'm calling from Bellevue, St. David's.
How is Bellevue this morning?
Very bright and sunshiny, but has clouds.
You have a few clouds?
Yes.
Well, that's the season for that, all right? All right. And what school do you attend?
St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's.
What form are you in?
Form 2.
Who's your favorite teacher?
I cannot answer that one on radio.
I love this. Okay, so you think you're afraid you get prejudiced? You're a very clever child. A very, very clever child. Okay, you think you have the answer for me, right?
Yes, I do.
Tell me.
I think it's 2013.
You think it's 2013 or you know it's 2013?
I know it's 2013.
Who tell you that? Who told you that?
Nobody.
Nobody? Who is that person? Okay, well, you are absolutely correct, all right? The year that the current Integrity in Public Life Act was enacted was indeed 2013. So guess what? Stay on the line. Don't go. I'm going to take your information off the air, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Don't
Bye.
you move a muscle. Have a good day. Stay on the line, okay?
Hear my prayer. Oh, Father, I don't only want to talk the talk. Oh, merciful Father, but strive to walk the walk. Yes. Oh, Father, let me live by example. Oh, merciful Father, in service all to you. Oh, Father, thank you for my family. Oh, merciful Father, all your precious gifts to me. Oh, Father, I don't know just what the future holds. Oh, merciful Father, take my heart, save my soul. Oh, Masha, oh, Masha. Hear my prayer.
Lovely, lovely. It's 18 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's a good time to say congratulations to Ashley Regis from Bellevue in St. David. She has won this morning's anti-corruption quiz. Yeah, Ashley Regis. Congratulations. She's a smart kid. She's a very, very smart kid. I can't say that on radio. I like this one. I really love this. All right, so folks, that's it for the quiz this morning. We've got one more to go. It ends tomorrow. Let's quickly see what's buzzing this morning. Buzzing. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. All right, Grenada to present oral argument to International Court of Justice today. And also we hear that Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell to chair special CARICOM Information and Technology meeting. In the region, nationwide blackout as Cuba power grid fails. Oh my goodness. Help, somebody help. Send some help to Cuba. Lift the embargo. Let there be economic movement in Cuba, man. Come on. Come on.
Thank you for another day.
CARICOM countries, let's do something. Let's put together a special something for Cuba, man. Cuba comes to everyone's rescue when the rescue is needed. Even in their situation, they still assist with medical supplies and specialists and so forth. Let's do something special for Cuba. Let the people of Cuba have a great Christmas this year. Internationally, we hear that an unknown flu-like disease it has killed at least 79 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And in sports, Johnson's Grand Slam is no threat, says World Athletics boss. You'll hear more about this in the morning edition of News, Sports and the Weather, which comes up right after these messages.
That my God can do. Where are you come out? Where are you from? How was leave free promotion? It is all budget. Somebody send out the warning.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sits, it doesn't guzzle. So So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlag, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotions, Caribberies, Guap Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas is all about the moments we share, the smiles, the laughter, and the love that fills our homes. This season, let your walls reflect the warmth of family time. Sisson's Paint, matched with every shade of togetherness. Celebrate 12 weeks of Christmas with Sissons. Buy one, get one 30% off on selected items. And with every purchase of any Sissons Paint, you get a chance to win US $100 every week for 12 weeks, from October 1st to December 22nd. Terms and conditions apply. Available at all Sissons hardware dealers nationwide. Sissons, internationally tested, brilliantly affordable.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, December 5th, 2024. Coming up in the news, Grenada to present oral argument to International Court of Justice today. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell to chair special CARICOM Information and Technology meeting. In the region, nationwide blackout as Cuban power grid fails. Internationally, unknown flu-like disease kills at least 79 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And in sports, Johnson's Grand Slam, no threat, says World Athletics boss. We've got the details to these and so much more after these messages.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George.
Good morning. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph. Grenada will present its oral argument on the obligations of states in respect of climate change today at the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, in The Hague, Netherlands. The United Nations presented an initial package of relevant laws and treaties regarding the topic. However, the court determined that member states and international organizations should also be given the opportunity to weigh in on their legal arguments and opinions through written statements. At the conclusion of the timeline for written statements and responses, the court set oral arguments to begin on December 2nd. On Monday, the ICJ updated the detailed schedule for oral arguments, with Grenada expected to present its argument between 11:45 and 12:15 p.m. today, Thursday. Notably, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries has withdrawn from making an oral statement. At the request of the United Nations General Assembly, the ICJ will determine the existing financial liability of countries for their contributions to climate change and the actions countries must take to prevent climate change. Prime Minister and current chair of CARICOM, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, is set to lead the 111th special meeting of the Council for Trade and Economic Development, or COTED, today. The primary focus of this meeting will be Information and Communication Technology, ICT. In his role as the principal head of government for science and technology within the CARICOM quasi-cabinet, Prime Minister Mitchell will oversee the discussions aimed at advancing the strategic framework for digital resilience. This framework was previously endorsed by the Conference of Heads of Government during their 47th regular meeting, which took place from July 28th to 30th this year. The objectives of this framework include promoting digital integration, improving infrastructure and connectivity, fostering workforce development and capacity building, enhancing government e-services and sectors, as well as establishing an effective policy and regulatory environment. And finally, the Met Office at the Morris Bishop International Airport has disclosed that November 2024 was among the 5 wettest months recorded at the airport since 1985. Now, 1985 is the baseline year for rainfall data because it's the year the MBIA began its operations. In November 2024, the Met Office recorded 281.5 millimeters or 11.05 inches of rain in the Point Celine area. The data for the entire country is yet to be tabulated. November 2000 is on record as the wettest month with 365 millimeters or 14.37 inches of rain recorded at the airport. The November rains this year resulted in floods throughout the island, the death of one person, and while there were millions of dollars in damages, insurance companies recorded a significant increase in claims for vehicles and other properties. That concludes the first segment of news. The local segment, stay with us, the regional roundup, international developments, along with the sports and the weather. They are straight ahead. It's now 8 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Bahamian opposition parliamentarians were thrown out of the House of Assembly yesterday as they protested the Speaker's refusal to allow the opposition leader to speak following the Prime Minister's update on the U.S. indictment of 11 Bahamians for drugs and arms trafficking. House Speaker Patricia DeVoe was initially forced to suspend the sitting after Deputy Opposition Leader Shannon Cartwright grabbed the mace, the symbol of authority in the House, and threw it out of the window.
Honourable members, remove that member from this place. Remove the honourable member for St. Barnabas from these proceedings. It is removed and seconded that the business of this House be suspended for 15 minutes.
The House erupted into further chaos as opposition members linked arms to resist the police officers' removal of Cartwright, prompting the Speaker to call it a dark day for the Bahamas.
For the first time in my life, when I took the oath of office, I felt challenged and I was in fear for my life. I will review the tapes and I will apprise the country later of my findings. But during today's event, I was assaulted, I was almost hit. The Honourable Deputy Speaker was given a blow to the head and has to go to hospital. And we have a police officer with terrible damage to his leg. This is Parliament. And this Speaker, I'm strong. I will uphold the rights of the Bahamian people.
Meanwhile, the Deputy Leader of the Opposition, Shannon Cartwright, is defending his decision to throw the Speaker's mace out of the House of Assembly's window. Cartwright accused the government and the Speaker of trying to stifle opposition voices.
The mace is the symbol of the Speaker's authority that's been given to her by the Bahamian people. And so today we say enough is enough, and we give the power back to the people. We want this government to stop trying to suppress the voices of the Bahamian people, to come clean. Our country is in shambles. And so we say today, enough is enough.
And the Bahamas Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez has resigned as the fallout continues from last week's U.S. indictment of 11 Bahamians, including 3 police and defense force officers. Prime Minister Philip Davis announced the commissioner's departure in yesterday's sitting of the House of Assembly.
Madam Speaker, Speaker, I met with the Commissioner of Police. I have received and accepted his resignation. The Commissioner of Police has served the force with distinction. And I want to emphasize that there are no allegations of wrongdoing against him. But the Royal Bahamas Police Force needs change. I have identified a highly qualified successor who is well suited to oversee the necessary reforms and change needed.
Barbadian civil engineer Daniel Best is the new president of the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB. He is the first president of the bank who does not have a direct finance or banking background. The Barbados-based CDB said he is the holder of a first degree in civil engineering, a master's degree in construction engineering and management, and a master of business administration. Trinidadian investment banker and CDB vice president Gregory Hill lost out in his bid after talks between Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and his Barbados counterpart Mia Markley. Mr. Best replaced noted St. Lucian and international economist Dr. Hajinus Jean Leon, who was effectively forced out of the CDB presidency, causing several Eastern Caribbean leaders to be upset with an apparent breach of procedure.
Guyana is building its tourism sector to sustain itself long after the end of the oil and gas sector. Before Guyana's oil industry started, there were just about 1,000 hotel rooms. However, the room stock is expected to be more than 3,000 as several large and medium-sized branded hotels are being built. Tourism Minister Onish Walwyn says the government will be relying on international conferences, exhibitions, nature tourists, sport, concerts, carnivals, and visits by overseas-based Guyanese to sustain the hotel sector.
By the time 50 years, 40 years and the oil and gas is gone, we would have had 50 years of this kind of strategic investment in the tourism sector, that we will see Guyana becoming a major powerhouse. That is the vision. That is the vision of our president, that we become a powerhouse for tourism worldwide. And you'll find all kinds of people coming together. And we've seen the strategy. Guyana is a baby at this. And we are already seeing the upward trajectory. We are already seeing the growth.
She says Guyana is also intensifying its marketing and twinning its product with several Caribbean destinations. This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
In another regional story of interest, Cuba's power grid failed overnight Wednesday, triggering a nationwide blackout that plunged the country into darkness for the third time in 2 months. According to the government, at 2:08 a.m., the electrical system was disconnected when the Antonio Guterres thermal plant went out, adding it was working to restore power. In mid-October, a massive blackout hit the cash-strapped island nation after weeks of extended outages, leaving life in the capital Havana at a virtual standstill. Schools closed, public transport ground to a halt, and traffic lights stopped functioning. The cause of that outage, like Wednesday's, was a failure at the Antonio Guterres plant, the biggest of Cuba's 8 coal-fired power plants. Now looking further afield, at least 79 people have died from an unknown disease that is causing flu-like symptoms in southwestern Democratic Republic of Congo. The health ministry says the majority of people who have died are between the ages of 15 and 18. More than 300 people have been infected, with patients exhibiting symptoms like fever, headache, runny nose and coughs, breathing difficulties and anemia. Response teams have been sent to Kwango province, specifically the Panzi Health Zone, where the disease is most common, to manage cases and investigate the nature of the disease. BBC reports that a team from the World Health Organization has been dispatched to the remote area to collect samples for lab investigations. Michel Barnier has become the first Prime Minister of France to be ousted in a no-confidence vote since 1962. left and far-right parties united to collapse his government just 3 months after he was appointed by President Emmanuel Macron. Barnier's leadership was called into question after he used special powers to push through his budget without a vote. After the vote, Martin Le Pen of the far-right party National Rally described his budget as toxic, while the far-left leader Jean-Luc Mélenchon called Barnier's downfall inevitable. President Macron says he will address the nation today. And finally, South Korea's opposition lawmakers have begun impeachment proceedings against President Yoon Suk-yeol over his failed attempt to impose martial law. The country woke up to an uncertain reality on Wednesday after a night of unprecedented scenes which saw Yoon unexpectedly impose martial law, 190 lawmakers gathered to vote it down, and a sudden reversal of the decision around 6 hours later. After introducing the impeachment motion, South Korea's main opposition Democratic Party condemned Yoon's initial martial law declaration as insurrectionary behavior. Parliament will have to vote on whether to impeach Yoon by Saturday. That's the regional roundup and international news. The sporting highlights are straight ahead, which will be followed closely by the weather. It's 1 minute after 7 o'clock. The lone story in the sports segment this morning, athletics. World Athletics President Sebastian Coe insisted on Wednesday that he wanted Michael Johnson's 4-meet Grand Slam track series to be a success that adds luster to the sport. Former Olympic sprint champion Johnson's Grand Slam makes its debut next year with 4 3-day track-only events in Kingston, Jamaica, Miami, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. Johnson's series is widely seen as a challenge to the established Diamond League circuit of meets as the sport of athletics fights for the limelight outside of the Olympics and World Championships. Coe and World Athletics last month launched their own Ultimate Championship team event, the inaugural event of which will be held in Budapest from September 11th to 13th, 2026. It will be staged every 2 years to fulfill World Athletics' ambition of holding a global championship every year. Unlike Johnson's Grand Slam, it will also feature field events and will take place after the Diamond League finals. That has been your sports at this time. We'll have more sports for you during our luncheon edition. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Andre Charles at the Met Office of the MBIA. Good morning, Andre.
Good morning to you and to listeners and general public. And here's weather for today, Thursday, the 5th December 2024. Currently, dry PM, winds are from the east at 8 miles per hour. Barometric pressure, 13.7 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature 26.6 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 81%. Yesterday's maximum temperature 30.9 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum 25.4 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 1.3 millimeter of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month to 8.8 millimeters. Now to have a look at the forecast, value for today and tonight. Today we expect some partly cloudy and windy conditions with occasional isolated showers, becoming more frequent overnight. Maximum temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves up to 8 feet in easterly swells. Hence a marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be high at 7:45 a.m. low at 12 noon and high at 6 p.m. Sun sets today at 5:41, rises tomorrow at 6:14. Just a repeat of the forecast, valid for today and tonight. Partly cloudy and windy with occasional isolated showers, becoming more frequent overnight. There's a marine advisory in effect. I'm Andrew Charles, reporting for the Met Office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thanks, same to you.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Get money where you are, almost anywhere you are, send money over with Western Union.
This is whoa, oh, oh, whoa. This is whoa. It's Western Union. Send to your friends and your family. With Western Union, we're moving money. No matter where you are never far.
Get money where you are, almost anywhere you are, send money over.
Move it for better.
Western Union, moving money for better.
It's 6 minutes gone past 7 o'clock to end the news. A recap of the headlines. Grenada to present oral argument to International Court of Justice today. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell to chair a special CARICOM Information and Technology meeting. In the region, nationwide blackout as Cuban power grid fails. Internationally unknown flu-like disease kills at least 79 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And in sports, athletics boss says Johnson's Grand Slam is no threat to world athletics. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, December 5th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Hello everyone, we are thrilled to announce an exciting cultural event, the Kung Fu Night, hosted by the Confucius Institute at TAMCC and the Chinese Embassy in Grenada. The Kung Fu Night will take place on Saturday, December the 14th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Youth Center. It will showcase traditional and contemporary martial art styles, demonstrating both the beauty and discipline of Kung Fu. Admission free, we look forward to seeing you there.
If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Listen, I can't take this sitting down. There's no way to cushion this. We've just grown so far apart. I went to Courts and became sexually attracted to this new living room set.
Say goodbye to your old furniture and hello to new ones from Courts, bringing Christmas home.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
The days are hot and we can't work or sleep comfortably. We toss and turn. Why continue to suffer? Modern Electrical Solutions has the solution. They have the best air conditioning units and staff to serve and advise you. So why delay? Modern Electrical Solutions.
Good morning, 13 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the conversation this morning. Before I introduce my very special guest this morning, I want to say a very special happy birthday to you, Miss Margaret Rose Hippolyte of Paddock in St. George. It's coming from your children here and in the U.S., your grandchildren, the entire home circle. They all want to chip in and wish you a very happy birthday to you. All right, my guest this morning is no stranger. She's a regular on the program, and she's doing an awesome job representing that very important department, the Office of Creative Affairs, Miss Janelle Lewis. She is the project officer there. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I got it right.
Yes, you got it right without stumbling.
Yes, nice. I'm getting better.
Yes.
And good morning to your beautiful daughter who doesn't want to be on the set this morning. Good morning. Just give me a little wave. Lovely. All decked up in that's convent?
Yes.
Yeah, convent uniform. What form?
2.
Okay. Good, lovely. I had a Form 2 student from St. Joseph's Convent winning a quiz this morning on Anti-Corruption Day.
Anti-Corruption Day.
Do you know Ashley Regis? Yeah, she won this morning. Okay, so next time try and call and win too. Lovely. Now, before we get into the gist of what you really want to talk about this morning, how has the office been doing? I must say it has really, it's a new initiative by government.
Yes.
And I like the fact that you're always in the media letting the people know, because it's new.
What's happening?
People don't know where it is, what it's about, and so forth. So you all have been doing an excellent job as it relates to that.
Thank you.
How has it been? How has the response been?
Well, the response has been excellent. We have, well, you know that we have a database of creatives. So when we see the registrations, people logging in to register themselves as creatives, when we see the registration, it's been excellent. Even when it comes to our events. So whether it is stakeholder consultations, workshops, different events, the response is overwhelming. All of our workshops, I don't even want to say almost all of our workshops have been oversubscribed. Even a few we've had to run on more than one occasion, to make everybody be able to take advantage of the opportunity. So the response has been overwhelming. The work that we've been doing a lot is the end of the year. So, at the end of the year, people like to reflect and so on. So we've been doing a lot throughout the year, and we're pretty happy with what's going on.
Now, the fact that the response from the general public has been overwhelming, what does it tell you as the office?
That creatives are happy that we are here, that this specific office that was established for them, the initiatives that are established for them, they're really happy. We had a workshop Monday, so that was the one, Price It Right. Mm-hmm. We had to put it off because of the weather and so on. So we had it Monday, and a few of them was like, oh, we need more of this, even emails and so on. A lot of them, after they attend the workshop, they send their thanks and their gratitude that they were waiting for something like this to happen, and they're very happy that it's here now.
So what is the forecast for going ahead in 2025?
More capacity building, obviously. So some of the workshops, it would have passed already, but we want to have the staples. So, we had the record keeping money-minded. That is really important, especially when it comes to, especially when one of the requirements is that you register your business and you register with Inland Revenue and NIS. So we do want them to at least keep their records when it comes to filing their taxes. So a lot of the initiatives that we had this year is going to continue being staples, because people are going old, children are getting older, there might be a few leaving school, and just to touch on the TAMCC collaboration that we have, TAMCC is set to launch an associate degree program for creatives next year. So then you might find that a lot of children now coming out of school would then identify, hey, I'm a creative, this is what I do, and then register. So we intend for the database to grow more. We intend for our capacity building initiatives to continue, whether it relates to funding. If more can be allocated, we would greatly appreciate that and hope for that. So it's just a better way of developing the economy, making sure that people have the skills and knowledge to then be able to thrive.
The office has been overwhelmed with interest. All right. Now, is the office satisfied that Grenada, the creatives in Grenada, are ready for where the office is willing to take them?
We hope so, and we want to get them there. So even if by chance they are not, because one of the things is that we want to change the narrative in society about the creative industries. As we know, it's always been thought about as a afterthought, a thing on the side, a hobby on the side, something you could do on the side. But the creative industry is vast, it's broad. It's not just performing arts, architecture is in it, visual design, content creation, and so on. So we would like that people take it seriously, look at it as a way to propel yourself forward. You sit and you develop your craft, and if it's something that you like, then the pathways are there. So the capacity building courses in TAMCC, they were never there before. So now these courses are there to help you gain the skills and the knowledge to then say, you know what? I can take this seriously. Let me do this. So the direction that the office wants the creative economy to take, we're there ensuring that the environment is there so that it can get there.
And from the office's standpoint, are you prepared to have more training and facilitation programs and so forth, because it is generally perceived that we here in the third world country, as they usually like to call us, I don't know why, but we were cultured to believe that in order to be successful, you had to be in a white-collar job.
Correct.
But we have seen Marshall Montano has never held a white-collar job before.
Right.
Look at his exploits.
Correct.
And we've seen it, not just Marshall. Let's go even regional, international. Rihanna. Rihanna hasn't worked anywhere, but she's a billionaire now.
Right.
So I think it's of paramount importance that we get our people to understand that in the salary scales, the lowest paid people are the white collars.
Right, and a good living and a good living can be made from the creative industries. Yeah. And it all goes hand in hand. Even when you think about the different initiatives, when we have the school tour initiative, we go into the schools. We bring the active creatives in the schools to tell the children about their journey, what it is that they do, what educational path they took. Because you don't want to say, shun away education. You don't want to say that, because if you would like to be a poet, if you would like to be a writer, you need to be good at writing. So we don't want to just say, oh, forget school, go, So like showing them how what you're doing in school and your hobby and your passion, how you can then take it and develop yourself for the future.
There's a program being piloted now. It's in a pilot phase through the Ministry of Education. I think the OECS Pearl. Right. I usually have them on my program here on Tuesdays, and one of the facets of it is a reformation of the school's curriculum. I would love to see the curriculum becomes inclusive of the creatives.
The creatives.
So could that be something that you all negotiate for?
It can. It can. So, yes.
Okay. All right. That advice was pro bono. Okay. Now, in what I've realized is that the Office of the Creative Arts don't talk the talk. They walk the walk as well. And the department has put its money where its mouth is. So a lot of monies have been allocated. All right. How are these monies being disbursed? I know you all have grants and loans and cash, vouchers.
Vouchers, yes.
For people with it. How has that been going? Tell us about this.
Right. So at the Unleash conference last year, because this big conference and creatives came together and indicate what their issues were, what their challenges are, etc. One of the main things that came out of that was access to financing. A lot of them said when they go to commercial banks and so on, you're taking notes.
Something that...
A lot of them said that when they went to commercial banks and so on, because of the, kind of informality and the lack of steady cash flow, they were seen as a risk when it comes to accessing financing. So they said that, they weren't able to get loans and so on to fund their creative business. That is one of the main things that came out of it.
And stick a pin right there. Don't stop. Just pause. I'll unpause you. That is primarily because of that thinking.
Right.
That putting money in this sort of thing is a waste of money. The risks are higher than the what you call the
reward.
Well, the reward, but I'm looking for the right word. The usual kind of business, like you buy a bus, or you invest in a house, you buy some land. The conventional business.
Right.
All right. Financial institutions were more prone. They felt safer lending to these sort of initiatives.
Right. That has more of the tangible give back. But when you talk about our creatives, that's where the whole intellectual property of it comes in. Like, how do you value intellectual property assets and so on? And that's me jumping the gun. Hopefully we would be able to reach to a stage where all financial institutions will be able to value intellectual property assets that, the creatives have. But they did indicate that access to financing was a big issue. and they're not able to get financing for their ventures. So the Office of Creative Affairs, I mean, we're there to invest in the creatives. So the Business Development Fund was established, and it's actually been established for a year now. So it was launched on the 1st of December 2023. And the fund has 3 components. There is low interest loans, specifically for creatives.
Low or no?
Low.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2%. So it's really low.
Yeah.
Low interest loans, 2%. Grants, but the grants are particularly set aside for not-for-profit entities and not-for-profit initiatives. And a great example that I like to use for that is, let's say an artist wants to teach children in the community to paint. You know, this person might be painting on commission, you know, selling their artwork, but they want to give back. They may need supplies. They might need a venue, because if they want to do it for a week or 2 weeks, they might need a venue. They might need 1 or 2 additional facilitators that they'll need to, you know, give a little stipend to or so on. You can write up this project and be able to access a grant for you to do this community-based project.
Right. So you've used yours. Let me use something now. Edson Ajamu Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
In a bid to give back to society,
right,
he is intent on working with youngsters
mm-hmm.
in the communities around, in teaching them music and song production and so forth.
Right.
So would an initiative like this
yes.
fall under?
Yes, that would fall, as long as he's not charging the children's parents. Right. Yes.
Kingman, we get it sorted out. You see, just like that. Just like that, we get it sorted out.
Yeah, so he'll register with the office, you know, make sure he's in our database. If he isn't, I don't know why as yet, but he should register in our database, and then you just go to GDB with yours. So just the same way you said that he has this project, so he lays out the scope of his project, and he can take it to them and be able to get the grant.
That is good news.
All right.
That is good news, because he's passionate about it. But there are things that, you know, there will be costs involved. Getting the children there, ensuring they have refreshments,
right,
ensuring the transportation and other miscellaneous.
Right.
So, okay, I say no more. Okay. Kingman, we've got it locked. All right. Good. So continue telling us. This is exciting.
Right. And right. So you see now, and it's been a year in, we have had a lot of uptake on it. I'm not saying that, you know, there's been a lot of uptake on the fund, but we want people to know what is there, because, you know, sometimes I might get through and I can tell you, because I'm afraid if you go, then, you know, this kind of thing that we have.
Say it right. say it the way we're supposed to say it. Grenadians have this sort of crabbism mentality.
Oh my.
It's a fact.
Oh my.
It's...
Yeah, so we want...
Don't you agree with me?
Not necessarily, but let's continue.
Yes, okay.
So we want people to know, and especially I particularly get excited about the vouchers, because with the vouchers, you know, with a loan, you need to, you know, have your things in order. Not that you don't need to have your things in order for the vouchers, but the basic stipulation is that you register your business, register with Inland Revenue, register with NIS, and that's that. For the loan, you might need your business plan, you know, and then you might need financials with your projections and so on. So at least the voucher, the business support voucher, covers that. So if you have to get a business plan done and you don't know how to write one, obviously you need a professional to get these things done for you, then you can go ahead and apply for a voucher. The max is $5,000, and you can get somebody to do the business plan for you. That's when you want to register. That's when you want to apply, for your loan. But
the maximum on the loan is $5,000?
No, the maximum on the voucher. The maximum on the loan is $50,000 at 2% interest. But let's say, for example, and I like to give examples when we talk about the voucher. Let's say, for example, you know, you're there, but you have your little customer base, but you don't really have a full logo yet, or you probably have something you do in Microsoft Word. You know, if you want to have your logo developed to help with your branding, the voucher would cover that. So $5,000 maximum. You can get somebody to, you know, do your rebrand for you, get your brand colors. So probably when you go out, you have your little T-shirt with your little tagline and so on. The voucher would cover something like that. Or even now that we're in the festive season, there are a lot of creatives who do things for the Christmas. Or even if you want to look ahead to Independence, you know, the fashion designers and so on, they're making these clothes. They want to do a little advertisement advertisements, whether it's they want to get flyers done, they want to get a little video done for social media and so on, the voucher would cover that. You can apply for a voucher to get somebody to do your video. If it is that you make crafts and you want to create a catalog and you want photography done with all the pieces that you have, you can apply for a voucher to have that done also.
Okay, wonderful. Now, as it relates to, I like the loan component, $50,000. It's only been distributed by GDB.
Yes. So GDB is the administrators of the fund. So the loan, the grant, the voucher, GDB is the administrators of the fund. So it is our fund, yes, by the government of Grenada, because we're a department under the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture. But the funds were placed in GDB, and they are the administrators of the fund. The only, what's the word I'm looking for? The only input, per se, in terms of the process that we have is that they need to be registered in the database. So usually we send GDB an updated database on a frequent basis so that when they get an application, they can check, ensure that the person is a registered creative, and they take it from there.
In terms of collateral and so forth, would an applicant have to come up with the collateral as a regular
So it's on a case-by-case basis. However, because the fund is specifically designed for creatives, all the intricacies about you don't have collateral because you're a creative, this is what you're doing, etc., all of that was taken into consideration. So it'll all be on a case-by-case basis, but the main purpose of this fund is to not make it as difficult as it would have been before through commercial banks or otherwise to get funding, for creatives to get funding, because this fund is for them. Okay. So we do know that you may not have steady income every month, XYZ comes into your account, but at least if you can show, or when you get your financials and so on done, it would show that the influx of your money comes in around Carnival, comes in around Christmas, comes in around the Easter, and that would be, worked around to ensure that you're able to get the financing.
Remarkable. I'm so happy. Creatives, this is an opportunity to take advantage and maximize the potential of whatever that business venture that you have bubbling in your head.
Right.
Bring it to fruition at this point in time. Mm-hmm. Of course, through the kind courtesies and support of the Grenada Office of the Creative Affairs.
Yes. And we it's not just, sometimes we think, I'd like to think of the office as a holistic entity, like we have something for everybody. And there might be people who, don't think that they're ready for funding as yet. They don't want to, what they do, they're okay with it. But it all depends. As I said, we have capacity building initiatives. So there are workshops that we do. The courses with TAMCC are set to come back in January. So you'll see me pretty soon again once we have the final details and so on as to what will be offered. Those courses are set to come back in January. And last year, I think they would like to run again from last year, Introduction to Entertainment Law, because that one was a hit. That one was full to capacity. So I think they're going to run it again, because there are a lot of people interested in it. Even when you think about yourself as a performer, and if somebody were to, hire you to come perform at a particular event, a lot of the times the way that we do things, come 10 o'clock. And that's it.
Come and give me a blind.
Yeah, come and give me a blind. And then you reach 10 o'clock and something else happening 10 o'clock, and the man just setting up the stage 10 o'clock and you're there. And then you probably go on 12:30. But then what are the stipulations? What are the guidelines as to your engagement? And we want, and this is where we start in terms of taking it seriously. Treat your business as a business. Treat your craft as a business. Somebody asks for your services, if it is that you're doing charity, that's fine.
That's okay.
That's fine. But if it is that you have a cost attached to your appearance and so on, you need to let them know, and you need to let them know the guidelines, preferably in writing. And that entertainment law course really came in with that.
Okay. Do you know someone by the name of Catherine Phillip?
Yes, Auntie Catherine.
All right. She says to me, "Good morning, Innocent. Make sure my niece bring you some cake the next time." I didn't say it. She said it.
All right, next time I'll make sure to bring you cake.
Lovely. Morning, Catherine. Hope you're doing fine. All right. Well, we look forward with bated breath and high anticipation for the exploits of the Office of the Creative Affairs 2025 and beyond. I must say, in 1 year, you all have made an indelible mark on the landscape of the creatives in Grenada, and I know it's only just begun. Okay. I personally would find the time and take advantage of all the available trainings and
all the workshops and trainings are free.
Yeah.
All the workshops and trainings are
because
free.
I think when we look at we kind of overstep our time, but that's okay. When we look at how especially the performing artists are doing on the regional and international scene now, I only hope that they have all the legal and professional
ducks in a row.
Yeah, because when I listen to sometimes one of my friends plays in Apertura. We sit there sometimes playing all fours, and we listen at Trinidad radio station. And out of 10 songs that are played on that station, sometimes 6 are Grenadian artists. And I'm hoping that they are getting all that they should get. When I listen to Black Adan, Black Adan is tearing up the place. I hope at the end of this season for him, he can sit back and say, yeah, job well done. Here is the remuneration for it. You understand? So I folks, take advantage of all the opportunities that are available through the Office of Creative Affairs.
Yes, and if you need any guidance as to the process and so on, you can always reach out to us, 534-4622. Or if it is that you need to, some people, they might hear all of this, but they want somebody to tell them in person and they want to look you in the eye. We do have a representative at the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture. So you can go in there and our office assistant will be more than happy to help you and guide you in the right direction. If you prefer to send us an email, we're available at info@creativeaffairs.gov.gd.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Lewis.
Thank you.
And continue doing the great work. I don't know if I'll see you again for the season.
Oh, no, you will. You'll see me next week.
Wow, that's music to the ear.
You'll see me next week.
So we look forward to another engagement and keep on doing the great work that you all are doing. And bring our love back to the folks at your office.
All right, thank you.
Folks, I've been speaking with the project officer at the Grenada Office of the Creative Affairs. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
The days are hot and we can't work or sleep comfortably. We toss and turn. Why continue to suffer? Modern Electrical Solutions has the solution. They have the best air conditioning units and staff to serve and advise you. So why delay? Modern Electrical Solutions can save your days and nights. Call today and receive 10% off on all AC units, repairs and maintenance work during the months of November and December 2024. Call 440-7935, 416-7410 or 534-0037 or visit them at Snow Corner, St. George. See you soon.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for 1 whole year, and every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlag, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas is all about the moments we share, the smiles, the laughter, and the love that fills our homes. This season, let your walls reflect the warmth of family time. Sisson's Paint, matched with every shade of togetherness. Celebrate 12 weeks of Christmas with Sissons. Buy one, get one 30% off on selected items. And with every purchase of any Sissons Paint, you get a chance to win US $100 every week for 12 weeks, from October 1st to December 22nd. Terms and conditions apply. Available at all Sissons hardware dealers nationwide. Sissons, internationally tested, brilliantly affordable.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residents.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. It's 20 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and hope you're having a wonderful morning thus far. All right, there are a few things that I'd like to bring to the fore this morning before we actually start the conversation. The folks in Grenlag, this one is to the folks in Grenlag. Residents in Toko Bay, that's in Windsor Forest, St. David, they are complaining that recently a street light was put up, replaced. The old one was replaced, and the one that is just put up is very bright, and of course it's affecting the production of some of the crops. I think especially the pigeon peas. All right, so check on that. They said that if you can replace it with a light that is not so bright. And also another concern, huge concern, we are talking about, as a matter of fact, while we were playing that program from Solid Waste Management this morning, talking about the influx of mosquitoes and how they're trying to control it. Someone raised the concern of the number of old tires that are brought to the Pearls Airstrip and left there, tires and drums. They hold water, and they are very, very much breeding grounds for the mosquito. So that has to be looked into. I don't know who will look into it, whether it's the motor club that's responsible for that, because the tires are there for when the races are going on, security measures and so forth. So that has to be looked into. All right, so what's happening in your neck of the woods? Let's hear from you this morning. We've got 18 minutes in which to converse. Let's hear from you. Let's first go to the WhatsApp platform and take a call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Well, I don't know what we want again. Sorry for the inconveniences, but if you put up a street light, you expect it to be bright.
Yeah, but bright, but there's bright, brighter, and brightest.
Which one is the best?
Well, it depends. It depends. You want the light to illuminate the dark areas, but then again, that person said this morning, the brightness of the light and maybe the length of time it stays on, it affects and you should know that if the light is, especially if it's in the garden, it will affect the fruits of the peas, right?
Well, if you're affecting the peas that is above ground, then you plant something that will bear fruit, bear on the ground.
Okay.
And let's leave the light. But the main reason why I'm calling you this morning is that I heard you talk about, I heard in the news something about Cuba and its electricity. Is that is true?
Yeah, Cuba was under blackout. The country was under a blackout because the power grid failed. And it's all, I mean, we all know it's all tied in with the embargoes that are on Cuba. The economic situation is, they're not up to date as they should in terms of technology and so forth.
Well, I have an idea. I don't know how well it can be implemented. I can implement it. It's only an idea I have. Why? I mean, could we as a people, I hope you can do it because you seem to be a good organizer. Everybody that passes through the airport should at least pay $1 towards Cuba for the electricity thing. $1. I am willing to contribute $100 to start with. If you can organize it and get that thing to see how it could be done, that would be so great. And probably you could extend it to the Windward Island.
Well, I made that suggestion earlier this morning. I think we as a people in the CARICOM region, because Cuba, despite the economic demise and situation, they always come to other territories rescue when they need in whatever way they can. So I think we as a people, we owe it to the Cuban people to do our best. I think Dominica, not so long ago after burial or thereabout, made a contribution, I think either Dominica or St. Vincent, but I think as a people from the region, we owe it to the Cubans to come to their rescue because they're always there for us.
I'm willing to start with $100. If we can get people are passing through the airport to pay $1 US probably, then I think that should go a long way. Then we extend it to the Windward Island and probably to the Caribbean because it seems that they really need help. The embargo ain't going to stop because a lot of us understand why they're doing it. And it's not by accident, it is deliberate. That won't stop. So we as a people, I hope that Mr. Innocent can do some more promo and see if you could get some organizer to get a phone and put it there. And let us see if we as a people in Grenada to start with, help the Cubans. Yes, they come and work with us. Probably they might have been getting paid, but the kind of work this blame do, you could see it here, there, and everywhere in the Caribbean and around the world.
Okay.
See, Mr. Innocent, if you can help, I am willing to give $100 to start with. And if people are passing through the airport could pay $1,
okay.
That would be so good.
Well, I'm glad you said that. I'll speak with maybe a representative from one of the financial institutions and see if they can open an account there and announce it so that people who are willing to contribute can make that contribution there. And at a given time, we have a committee set up and disburse the funds as they should. Because I think we really need to do something for Cuba.
Yes, we could start for the first 6 months and see how we go. And if you could extend it. I mean, as I say, I only had the idea. I can't do the organizing. But I tell you what, I'm willing to contribute. You have my number. Call me and let me know how you go. And let us see how best we can help.
Ariza, here we come. We'll talk to the folks in Ariza and see if they can set up a Cuban Relief Fund account and announce it so that people can go there and do that, yeah?
Could even put out a thing, yes, man, we need to help the people, man. I mean, I tell you, we have some kind of ways about us, but brother,
yeah.
I really hope you could. I can't organize this, but I really hope you would try.
I'll use the channels, okay?
Yeah, you don't have to pay for my ID. My ID is free.
Okay, thanks. Have a good one.
All right.
Good, bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Let's do something for Cuba. Let's do something for the folks in Cuba. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Hey, morning, brother. How are you everything?
I'm good. Welcome to the program.
I think Barbados have a phone for Cuba team right now, you know.
Okay. Well, we could do it too.
Barbados doing that in any case, you know.
Because I don't think Barbados benefited from Cuba as much as we did.
Yeah, but they have some funds for Barbados call again right now.
Okay.
Now, what do you do again as Grenada in any case? As the Caribbean countries, bring Cuba to CARICOM. Cuba is a CARICOM country, but it can't come because of America policy and embargo on Cuba. Bring Cuba into CARICOM who like it.
Okay.
Simple. Cuba out of CARICOM all the years for some years. Why did Cuba embargo for all the years? Because it was a war against Cuba.
Okay.
Like high class wicked and murderer and criminal and American demand. America by criminal and murderers, you know. So
okay.
Have an embargo in a country for all that years, for 6-5 years, embargo. Come on, man. That's one teaching the world, man. I mean, it's time to, every year, they have voted for Cuba to open up. 9 countries say Cuba open up, America say no, and it's no. No, that's one thing, man. The world belongs to America.
Okay. All right.
America, them the whole police and then who get the whole police and give a title over the whole police? They were the ones and put to the come on, it's time.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. 435-2041. It's 11 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Once again, want to say a very special good morning and congratulations to Ashley Regis out there in Bellevue and St. David for winning the anti-corruption quiz this morning. Good morning. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning, Dr. Fletch, Duncan. I also want to pledge $100. And I want to ask the citizens of Grenada to call their ministers and have a subsidy for the seniors and disabled and for the with insurance, universal health, and insurance. But I will pledge $100 towards the Cuban cause.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 11 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Mr. Lord, here we come, okay? Give us a call, 435-2041. And let's hear from you. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I was able to put in to donate at $20 to Cuba because Cuba was a good friend to us.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm happy. I'm really happy that I thought about that and mentioned it, and people are responding that way. So what I'll do is I'll speak with one of the financial institutions and see how they can set up an account with that name, Fund for Cuba, and they will say all the stuff. Once it is set up, then we will announce the account number and so forth, and people can donate.
Right?
Say that?
I think we will get to know through you.
Well, we'll announce it on the various media platforms because something like that is of national interest. It's not something sacred to the GBN, although the idea came from the brainchild of the GBN, but it's a national thing. So I'm going to do what has to be done, get the account set up, and let it be managed by the financial institution, and we'll take it from there.
That sounds great. May God have mercy and compassion upon the people of Cuba.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Have a great morning. It's 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock. CARICOM should refund Cuba for all the scholarships they gave and still giving. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cuba has always come to the people of the region's rescue. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program, bro.
Yes, we take a long time to come together or to start a program like what you have this morning. If you have a problem and you need to solve it, how would you do it? How would you get it? How would you start solving it?
Well, in my case, let me personalize it. There are some battles that I try to fight on my own, and when I realize that I'm overwhelmed, I tend to look left and look right and see where and who I can go to.
Right. Well, if you have a problem, or problem come up on you, and you first and foremost, you get to the source of the problem. And when you find out what the source of the problem is, you start dealing with the source of the problem, and then eventually you get to solve the problem. The biggest problem that Cuba has is with America. And the biggest problem we have in the Caribbean, all leaders in the Caribbean and Central America who lie down in bed with America, Cuba problem will never solve. Because the point is, we in bed with America, you mean millions of us in the Caribbean can take a stand, including all the leaders in the Caribbean, against America for Cuba? Cuba is one of us.
Yeah.
Okay. And if Cuba is one of us, a Caribbean nation, don't mind they speak Spanish, and look what Cuba did. I have had a situation in Grenada where I went to a Cuban doctor years ago, and for whatever reason we started chatting. And when you hear about, just imagine a doctor cry to you because of what America is doing to our people. And we in the Caribbean lie down and enjoying the beauty, and America could do that to any one of us. Any one of us in Central America and the Caribbean, they could do what they're doing to Cuba. But you mean none of us, you mean that big region like the Caribbean, millions of people. It's sad.
Really sad. Really
it's sad. And it's sad in this day and age, that we have one nation killing millions of people in your region, and nobody, no leader in the Caribbean can give me the leader. That's why we in the Caribbean are not one people. Because if we are one people, we'll stand up together, including all leaders in the Caribbean.
All right.
You understand?
One contributor on the Facebook page is saying that Caribbean leaders are always calling for the sanctions to be removed.
Calling for the sanctions to be removed is one, but doing something for it to happen is another.
What do you think? What do you think Caribbean countries could do to enforce, to force the hands of the great U.S. to remove the sanctions on the Cuban people?
Put sanctions on America.
Okay.
There's a lot of things we could buy from other parts of the world without buying it from America. You see, we living in a world where America have us under their thumb, and that if you like they say, when you sneeze. When they sneeze, we feel it. Put up a barrier in aid of Cuba, and you'll see how quick America will do, because America needs us as much as we need them.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. Someone says, and as we end this conversation, someone says, you all are not looking at the big picture. Let the Caribbean come together and stand against America, and you'll see how much sanctions they will drop on us, especially with Trump going into office. What the Caribbean have to work on is sustaining itself and its economy. Then they could take a stand.
Let's look at it from a different perspective. There's a lot of people in America who is born and bred Americans, in the United Kingdom, in a lot of parts of the world, that is on the side of we as a people. You see, sometimes you have things in front of you, and you're afraid if I do this, that might happen. If I do that, this might happen. You can't live your life that way, especially when people are killing each other. Okay. And I believe if the nations and the leaders, the nations of leaders in the region take a stand against America for what they're doing to Cuba, and America wants to take stands against the people of the Caribbean. We are a worldwide people. We are known all over the world. They will take, I'm 110% sure, they will take a stand against America.
Okay, thank you, caller.
America is not God. America is not the world.
We are the world. All right.
Right.
Okay.
So the point is, we given up all our dignity for America because we're afraid to put sanctions on us. Look what happened look at what happened during slavery. And the people stand up against the leaders in slavery at the time, and they got you.
Right. Okay. Yes. All it is.
Caribbean people and Caribbean leaders don't mind. If we have to suck salt for one, let's suck salt for all.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Angus, good morning. Angus says, Innocent, how about imports of Cuban products? Not just cigars, but like canned juices, beans, and so forth. Folks, it's 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, well, I look at we Caribbean people, right? Like we were born to be slaves. Have to stooge to America and England. I mean, I'm so sorry to speak like that, but we have to stooge under these people. We have to be like we were born to be slaves.
Yeah, but that could change. That could change.
We could change, but we're not. We have to start from the leader.
Okay. Okay.
From a leader. But when we letting this thing go without looking at it, what we need for it to do? America is the world police,
okay,
and we can't fight against them because they will put sanctions against us. But we don't put sanctions.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. I want to say good morning to you, my good brother Peter Joseph out there in the U.S. Hope you're doing fine. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, King Innocent. How are you?
I am good. How are you? Welcome.
Great. What is the topic this morning? Because I was on the phone with somebody else. What is the topic this morning?
Well, I sparked a little conversation on the people of the region coming to the aid of Cuba.
Yeah. Yes, I think if we could afford, because Cuba, well, first of all, let me condemn the United States government for their actions towards Cuba. The sanctions really, I think, must be over almost 60 years now, and they continue calling Cuba sponsors of state terrorism. And I want to call on the United States government, whether it's Obama, whoever it is there, I think that I stand that those sanctions should be lifted, because the sanctions hurt the Cuban people. And it's not really hurting the government, because those big boys and them could get things outside elsewhere. So I call on the United States government to withdraw the sanctions, and I condemn them. But if we can help as a region, because we have benefited over the years from Cuba, all the Caribbean islands in terms of doctor, nurses, everything is Cuba. The airport help. We had a lot of Cubans helping in the airport, and apparently now the situation in Cuba is dire with electricity cuts, food shortages, which was a long time ago, but it's worsened.
All right.
And it's accelerated. So I think they should.
My friend, we're out of time, but
Right.
let me ask you a quick question, and the answer I want from you is yes or no. If an account is established saying it's in aid for the people of Cuba, will you contribute to it?
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day. You'll hear about it.
Right. Great.
Have a good one. Love you. Bye-bye. Folks, that's where we end the program this morning. All right. And those of you who called and participated one way or the other, thank you very much for your call, your participation, and your listening. We'll continue the conversation. I love you. Bye-bye.